Bringing a camera with you when you walk around class can be very effective in promoting engagement. When you ask students what it is that they're doing, what kind of progress that they're making on their game board, and they see the camera going, they think, oh, well, I better have something good to say here because I'm going to be on tape. It's also an opportunity for me to talk to, build relationships, and extend and scaffold the learning process, where I can bring to mind exemplars of games that we've just done analysis of. For example, Clue, Monopoly, Chutes and Ladders, Candyland, Life, Risk, Trivial Pursuit. All of these games can be integrated as a hybrid into their game board. As we begin to walk through, I think you're going to find it really interesting the way that they have modeled their school in their game. Some of them have done a full school year, some of them an hour of school, and some of them a school day. What I tried to make sure is that they knew that there was no right way to do it, that exhibiting bad student behavior in a game wasn't a bad thing. This was a game, you're allowed to exaggerate and have a good time. But also it's interesting to see how they perceive school and how school might be like a game. Let's take a look at what they did.
Our game board is like just simple things in school. There's like, it's from the first hour all the way to your house, and there's like things that happen where you go down to the office and like have to, or you can skip class, but if you get caught you have to like miss 5 turns and stuff. So that's like just the basic stuff. And our pieces, they're just gonna be like sorry pieces. And to move, you're gonna have like roll dice, and that's it.
What was interesting about this game was the centrality of the principal's office, and the game board itself was a series of obstacles of not getting in trouble, although much of the behavior was questionable behavior, and the point of the game seems to be not getting caught.
Are you gonna like post it or something?
Well, so yeah, I'll tell you when you're done. Tell me about, okay, so what's your game going to be about?
Our game is, the Flunkers.
Okay.
It's about kids that are flunking school and they want to change their grade and all of that stuff.
How do you change your grade in the game?
Well, the point of the point of the game is to collect homework, and then at the end you have to turn in your homework, and then you don't flunk for 6 grades.
All right.
Yeah, that's all we got so far.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I can go to both people. All right, so tell me about your game.
We're gonna kind of like make a box form of the school. Yeah. Of a high school. We're gonna make this. We're gonna.
You can point at the thing too.
Go ahead. Okay, and then like around the box up here, we're gonna put like surviving high school because that's the name of the game, and we're gonna have like 7 different classes, and we're gonna make little report cards like stick inside of the classroom, and we're gonna make A through F, and we're gonna pick one randomly when we get in the classroom.
So you start the game by shuffling them up and then putting them in sequence.
And then just picking them randomly after the quarter is over.
What happens when you get an F?
Then we have to start all over.
But well, then when you start over, doesn't that classroom still have an F on it?
You have to redo that. You have to redo that class all over again, starting from the whole game.
Okay.
We're done.
All right.
The camera is used to coax students to think a little bit more critically about the construction of their board, how it's going to be played, and also adding complexity. When I walk around, I generally tend to ask questions about how it works, and this is a process of building reflection and improving the ability to describe and also make other inferences that will be useful in reading and building reading comprehension.
This person didn't contribute, so that's how everybody's accountable. Okay, so let's hear about your game board. How do you win? How do you play? What are the parts?
Okay, we play our game by having 1 to 4 players and your point is to try to get through a variety of school days until the end of the school year when you graduate. And there are different ways how you could like skip turns or board forward spaces. Like on the first day of school, for example, you could get a free bus ride and go forward 3 spaces, or you skip school and you go back 2 spaces. So
why do you go back 2 spaces if you skip school?
Because you get detention, and
You were caught.
and then they caught you, so you have to go back to class.
Is there a way where you can do it without getting caught?
No.
What if you have cards on these rather than just spaces where you get caught? Like you flip a card and there's a chance that you do or don't get caught?
Like you go this place and then you flip a card and see what it does.
And
idea.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For our game, we're not done drawing it yet, but then we're just like planning on how we're gonna play and stuff. So our game is, our location is in our lunchroom, and we're gonna draw tables because in every lunchroom they're so called these tables for the popular and the geek and the nerds and stuff. So we're gonna do it, and then we're maybe gonna put the popular table in the middle or on one of the corners. You're supposed to make your way around, and yeah. But at every table you reach a different obstacle.
So do you have to be popular with everybody to get to the popular table?
Yeah.
Oh, so what do the nerds make you do to be popular?
They ask you some really hard questions.
Like, how much processing power does a computer take to run?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, just questions that nobody will ever know before. Know how to answer.
Are they going to be on cards? Or are they going to be randomly generated?
We're not sure yet, but maybe it might be a card, maybe it might be on what number you wrote.
You guys are making me laugh too.
So it's kind of a trivia game?
Yeah,
Or a truth or dare game?
kinda like that.
Okay.
After walking around the room and having a chance to watch this video later, it gives me a sense of where the students are at, and I've already started generating kind of an informative assessment. That is, I've already got an idea of what each group is doing, and I can jot those things down on my clipboard as I go. What's fun is I got a chance to talk with them, I talked to them about their games, and I offered them ideas. I also helped to problem solve some issues in the cooperative groups. Some of the students like to get up and begin talking with kids that they would prefer to be with, their friends. So my job is to kind of corral them and say, hey, let's head back to our group. What's your role? What is it that you're working on? And in some cases, what they really need is some direction because they don't feel like they know what to do, and the other group members don't really want to manage them. So it's kind of my job to make sure that all the tables, all the groups are kind of working together and that they begin to learn the cooperative system. In this project-based learning and the construction of these board games, you will find that as the students get to kind of be mischievous in the way that they develop their games, they laugh, they have a great time, and they really are motivated to engage.